Hi, my name is Wendy Litteral, and today we're going to be talking about setting client expectations and setting deadlines. Okay, so this video is going to be done with respect to web design, but the stuff I'm talking about, I have definitely applied to other parts of my life. It's basically a simple, like 1, 2, 3 process. It's just basically setting expectations. So let me explain what I mean by that. Basically, before you can set deadlines, you have got to set expectations. And that means, and this is very much in a work corporate environment, if you do not set your expectations and your client's expectations, and your client could be like your boss. If you don't set expectations beforehand, it's just going to bite you in the butt. Like there's no nice way to say it. It just will. So let me use myself as an example. As a seasoned designer, I have a very strong sense of how long it's going to take me to get something done. I've literally been doing this for 21 years. I am very familiar with how long it's going to take to do like a web update versus an entire website. So I can set expectations from the get-go because I know about how long it's going to take me to do it, and also I kind of add in extra time, my buffer, for any issues that might arise that I'm not like counting on. And things that would normally come up for me would be things like, oh, the server's down, and these are not normal things. It's a kind of a rare thing, but just stuff that is unexpected. You just kind of want to add in extra time. And what I have typically done is I just double my time. So if I think something's going to take 5 hours, I'll say it takes 10 hours. And then I either, greatly surprise my client with a lower bill, or I use up that 10 hours trying to figure out why a WordPress update has completely destroyed the website. So that's what I'm getting at, is it's stuff that you have not really expected to have happen, has happened, and you're trying to figure it out, and you need that extra time so you get paid while that time is happening, right? You want to set expectations. So that's the first tip I have for you, is set expectations not only for yourself, but for your client or your boss or whoever it is that you have to impress. Oh, and write it down. All right, my second tip is to have a manifest. Now, a manifest is, at least in the production world, is a fancy way of saying, hey, this is what's supposed to go in this spot, right? When I used to work for the Washington Times, the manifest was all the advertising that had to go in and what page we were kind of expecting it to go on and that kind of thing. And in my world, a web design or a manifest is what is due, when is it due, and a way to mark it off, right? Those are my things. It's kind of like I said, it's like a glorified honey-do list, but you really need to have those elements because it keeps you on track. Like you should have this all in your calendar and everything like that. But what a manifest does, and I do urge you to share this stuff with your clients because it transparency is like king. Like if you want to have a good working relationship with your client or your boss or whoever, have them have access to your manifest. They will probably look at it once and then never look at it again. But it's the fact that you provided it, it gives you like a leg up in that you are going to do what you're saying you're going to do. Even if for some reason you don't do it, it still provides that trust at the beginning, right? Because it's solidifying that relationship with the client or your boss or whoever, that you are a person of your word because it is literally written down. So like I said, you want to make a to-do list with a spot that you can check it off, a time it's due, and what it is that you're supposed to get done. And when you make the list, you're going to see whether or not you've made this one thing like a huge, massive chunk, or if it's something like you can easily like mark off. If it is a huge, massive chunk, do break it down. It will just save you a lot of headache. All right. Third thing about setting deadlines, do updates. Check in with I'm going to say your client, but it could be your boss. Like check in with them regularly. Now, if you have like this, just like everything else, setting expectations, you need to tell them ahead of time how often they can expect an update from you. For a designer, it's like weekly. If it is a bigger project, I say bi-weekly. There's people that will set check-in updates for once a month, if it is a massive project, and that's fine because the client is okay with that. They know that expect on the first that they're going to get an update of exactly everything that they have and everything that they need, but it's there, it's done, it's established. So when you're doing these check-ins, these updates, you want to outline what you've done how long it took you, if you want to be that specific. Sometimes I put that in, sometimes I don't. But I outline what I have done so I can show them, hey, here's this bundle of work that I have completed. And that will help me with setting my deadlines, because I can say, hey, I can get this amount of work done in this amount of time. And so going forward, it also gives you something that you can refer back to. So you see why that's important. So not only does it record keeping help you, it also helps them because they know what to expect from you. But in the long term, it helps future you. So good tip. And I just want to reiterate one more thing before I go. Transparency with your client, your boss, whoever. If they can know that they can at any time go see what you're working on and not worry about it, they'll probably do it like a first like couple times, and then they'll probably never look at it again, right? Like that's kind of the general way that goes when you look at like logins and trackings and things like that. But them knowing that they can check up on you makes things a world better. And it keeps you accountable, right? It keeps you on task, which is the whole point. So when you're setting your deadlines, know that you want to give yourself buffer. You want to figure out how long it's going to take you. You personally, how long do you think it's going to take me? If it's going to take me 10 hours, I'm going to say 20, because I got to account for the unknown. So that's your first thing. Second thing, get it on paper with a manifest, like figure out what's going to be due when and figure out that part out, and then make it accessible. And then the third thing is just make sure that if it's an extended project, especially, that you are giving regular updates to whoever you need to give updates to, even if it's yourself. Like if you need to keep like a log, like if you're working on a personal project, like your own website, keeping a log will help you keep accountable to yourself. So those are tips. If you write it down, it does come back to you. It does help you out. So that's it for now. If this helped you, please give it a like. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I am very good about responding to comments on YouTube. And if this did help you out, I do appreciate subscriptions because it does make the YouTube gods happy. We're up to 82 subscribers, and that's just phenomenal. I can't believe we're already here. So I really appreciate it. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.